Welcome to AI Pulse, where we're plugging you directly into the AI revolution. Look, things are moving so fast it's almost impossible to keep up. So today we're going to try something different. We're taking the pulse of AI from just a single day. All the biggest stories, the most important shifts condensed right here. The pace is absolutely insane. So let's just jump right.
And we're kicking things off with this bombshell. Seriously, listen to this quote from Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, to his top people. Commit to AI or leave. Whoa. I mean, that's not just a suggestion, is it? That is an ultimatum. And it perfectly sets the stage for everything we're going to talk about today. The message couldn't be clearer. AI isn't just a side project anymore. It's everything.
So yeah, commit or leave. That is the new corporate mandates. And let's be real, this isn't just some motivational poster quote. This is a seismic shift in how the biggest companies on the planet are thinking about their future. It's a total rewiring of their strategy. So what does this intensity and urgency Nadella's talking about actually look like on the ground at Microsoft? Well, here's the game plan. First, they're flattening hierarchies. Getting rid of layers so engineers can talk directly to the decision makers and things move way faster. Second, they're blowing up the old ways of doing things, completely rethinking how software gets built. And maybe most importantly, they're building what he calls a high-leverage workforce. That's a fancy way of saying they're hiring people whose skills can be supercharged by AI, making every single person way more powerful. And look, this corporate pressure cooker isn't just happening inside Microsoft. Oh no. It is pouring gasoline on the fire in the startup world. I mean, get this, a new company called Resolve AI, started by some ex-Splunk folks to basically use AI to stop websites from crashing, they just raised their first round of funding. And their valuation? $1 billion. That's a unicorn right out of the gate. It just goes to show you the insane amount of money chasing these core AI infrastructure problems.
Okay, so we've seen what's happening in the C-suite. Now let's bring it back to, well, us. How is this AI revolution showing up in your wallet? Because believe me, it's already changing how we all shop and invest.
And the answer is, it's showing up in a huge way. A new report just dropped that says nearly 9 out of 10 of us, 88%, are already using AI when we shop. And the really interesting part here, this isn't just a gimmick anymore. It's not a novelty. It's becoming a trusted sidekick, helping you find that perfect gift or even giving you personalized beauty tips. It's just part of the process now. And you know who's noticing all this shopping we're doing with AI? Wall Street. That's who. There's a straight line from our shopping carts to the stock market. Because we're all using these AI tools, the companies that make the chips that power them are soaring. I mean, just today, big players like NVIDIA and Broadcom saw their stocks jump. It's a super clear sign. How we use tech every day is directly moving billions of dollars in the market. All right, let's zoom out. We've gone from the boardroom to our wallets. And now we're going to go global. Because this whole race, it's not just about companies. It's about countries. This is the new global power play for AI dominance. So that's the billion-dollar question, right? Or maybe the trillion-dollar question. How do you actually build an AI superpower? Well, every government on Earth is trying to figure that out. And it really comes down to two key things. You need the hardware and you need the data. First up, you gotta have the gear. You can have the smartest ideas in the world, but AI dominance is built on a physical foundation. We're talking about hyper-advanced computer chips. Without these things, the most powerful AI models, they're just code on a screen. They can't learn, they can't run. The hardware is everything. And that brings us right here. To get around international restrictions on this tech, China has kicked off what's basically a Manhattan Project for chips. Their one goal is to build their own EUV lithography machine. Now, what the heck is that? Think of it as the most complex, most precise printer ever made by humans. It uses a special kind of light to draw microscopic circuits onto chips. It's the one tool you absolutely need to make the best AI chips. As you can see, they're aiming for 2028, but 2030 is probably more realistic. This is a massive high-stakes gamble for them to control their own destiny in AI. So you've got the hardware, the machines, but what's the fuel for those machines? It's data. And that opens up the second massive battlefront in this global power play. Who gets to use all that data, and what are the rules? And this fight is happening right now in India, which is a huge player in the tech world. It's basically a tug of war. On one side, you have the tech companies who want to just slurp up all the data they can find to train their AIs. On the other side, you have creators, writers, artists who want to get paid or at least have a say in it.
So what's the Indian government's solution? Well, it's this kind of weird hybrid. They're saying creators cannot stop AI companies from using their work, but the AI companies have to pay them for it. It's a forced deal, basically. And yeah, it's pretty controversial.
Okay, let's zoom back in. We've talked big picture strategy, we've talked geopolitics. Now let's talk about the new AI workplace. What's it actually like for the people on the front lines, building the stuff and using it every single day?
And this right here just perfectly captures the reality. So on one hand, you have Anthropic, the company behind the popular AI coding tool Claude Code, bragging about making it 3 times more memory efficient. That sounds great, right? But then you look at what the actual users are saying. They're all screaming about this super annoying flickering bug that just won't go away. It's the #1 complaint. It's that classic gap between what the company thinks is important and what actually drives the users crazy every day. And it's not just about the tools we use to do our jobs either. AI is now starting to decide what jobs we're even going to do in the first place. A university in Singapore has rolled out this thing called Career Sense. It's basically an AI career coach for students. It looks at your values, interests, personality, and skills. They call it VIPS, and then spits out personalized career advice. I mean, think about that. AI is shaping the career paths of the next generation before they've even graduated.
So what's next? What's the pulse of AI tomorrow? Look, here's the bottom line from our whirlwind tour today. What we've seen is just a snapshot, a single day in an ecosystem that is in total overdrive. From the CEO's office down to the developer's laptop, from billion-dollar startups to a student's future career, AI is rewriting the rules everywhere, all at once, at a speed that's honestly hard to wrap your head around.
So, everything we just talked about, that was the pulse of AI in a single day, a single 24-hour cycle. So the question I want to leave you with is a simple one. What happens when this pace doubles and then doubles again? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in to AI Pulse.